might want to.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
When you're close to this one, yeah, you might want to do that. So yeah.
How you say obnoxious in Hebrew?
Lahat?
Yeah. I did some Russian shit.
That part. That sound like Yiddish, bro.
Hey.
Christ calls for Piper.
Out here.
Ready? Start.
All right, we're about to salute it now.
First and foremost, I'd like to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shad. That's all praises to the Most High God and His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. We're the sect of Sicarii. We doubled up today with the double-edged sword. We coming out here to tell you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that you are the 12 tribes of Israel, and we need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments of our Most High God.
As well as HODC, but don't worry.
Who else we with?
HODC.
HODC Salakia, House of David. We out here, we tripled up. Alright, went from triple beans to triple teams. Alright, we're going to start off with that first, that 2 Timothy 3:16. You got that Proverbs for me out? Come.
It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 16.
Bring it up!
All scripture is given by inspiration of God.
This is the part that I never read in church, right? A lot of people say, oh, the Bible's fake. All right, where's God? These are just prophets or men talking, right? It says all inspiration is given by who?
All scripture is given by inspiration of God.
All scripture is given by inspiration to God. So when you come to read the Bible, keep that in your head, right? And we're going to see how godly these scriptures are, right? This is the book of Proverbs.
Slack.
Keep going. I want to finish that up.
All scripture is given by inspiration of God, and is profitable for doctrine.
And it's profitable for doctrines, right? So when we talk about stuff that's profitable to us, right, we go into beneficial, right? Good, right? Things that we could use, right? Lay it down. All right.
And it's profitable for doctrine.
Profitable for doctrine, right? So you can read it, you can follow this, right?
For reproof.
For reproof, to correct yourself when you're going off. See, the problem with us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, is we don't know how to correct ourselves. So the white man comes and corrects us for us when he come kicking your door or when he pull you over because you got too much air fresheners on your rear view, right?
For correction, for instruction in righteousness.
Right? Instruction in righteousness. Things that we've been failed to get, right? Righteousness in this world is to let a gay person be gay, right? Righteousness in this world is to let your children disrespect you. Righteousness in this world is it's okay to oppress a group of people, right? That's the righteousness in this world, but it's not, right? So bring that out for me in Proverbs, huh? It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 2.
Bring it up!
For I forgive you good doctrine, right? So we are given good doctrine. And you got to understand, when the Most High talk about good, it ain't your good like, yeah, I feel good today. It's good like, yo, your promised land is from the Nile to the Euphrates good, right? It's a different type of good. It's you are the chosen good, right? It's you're going to be rulers good. This is your last captivity good, right? It's a different type of good when we dealing with the Most High God. It's not your regular average good that you and I are used to in this world. Forsake ye not my law. Forsake ye not the law, right? We can't forsake this law. Because look at us now. Look at the position we in. We've forsaken the law, and now we're at the bottom, right? We're at the way bottom. Look where we at. We're in front of McDonald's. If you walk in there, it's our people working. At every McDonald's, at every taco stand, right? It's our people working, right? At every FedEx business, it's our people. Why the big heads, right? Why the people that's over us get to reap all of the hard work we do. You got to think about that, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. In what world is it right for you to do all the hard work and get the lowest percentage? Right?
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 17. And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God.
Right? So a lot of people want to say he's a good man. That's a great guy. Right? But when you go into these scriptures, good has a whole different meaning. Good is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. If he ain't doing that, I don't give a damn how many times he donate to the Feed the Children donation fund. Yeah, right? I don't care how many times he goes to the school and help out pass out plates. Right? It don't matter. Guess what? He passing out pork. Right? But we don't know in this world that we're not supposed to be eating that. Right? God.
You got ham sandwiches.
Hey, we love our ham sandwiches, right?
No.
We love those. But we gotta switch up. We got, no. Our people love those, Salakia. Our people love those. Hey, and that ceviche. Hey, I went outside today and the brother next door to me was eating that ceviche, dripping all down his face and everything. I should have rebuked him. Give me Proverbs 6:23. I'm gonna give it after this. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, right? These commandments are a lamp, right? And the law is light, and the law is light, right? The lamp, right, for the light, so we can see where we're going, right? So we can navigate our way through these wickedness.
Teach them, Mark.
Right? So when we read something unknown, we actually look it up, right? So I was telling my wife, not my wife, Salaki, I was telling my daughter last night that she has to make sure if she doesn't know something, she has to go find out about it, right? And so my wife kept buying these gummy bears, but they have the pork in them, right? I didn't know that the gummy bears had the pork in them before I came into this truth, right? So I had to tell her, you got to get the turkey ones, right? But my daughter doesn't understand that. You know why? Because my wife is not in this truth, right? So my wife don't understand the lamp or the light that I'm trying to give to my daughter, right? My wife can't see that this is all contributing to our high blood pressure, to diabetes, and the most of all, breaking the law, right? Give me that in Isaiah where Christ is going to be consuming people that's eating yeah, right? Like our people don't even know how significant and how abominable eating swine is, right? That's the lamp that we need, right? So when we look in this, if you understood that when Christ comes back, all you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that love that ceviche, that love that carnitas, that love that pork, them hog maws, them chitlins, Christ go catch you. He go catch you right in that house while you lifting up that fork, and it's gonna be a wrap, right? I'll wait for you to get that up. You got it?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65. Chapter 65, verse 4. Read out.
You sure it's not 63?
63.
66?
No, 65 and 4.
Sure it's 65 and 4?
Come, right there.
And if this is...
A people that, Slaki, I'll start at 3. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face.
Right? A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, right? That sound like Judah and Israel.
That sacrifices in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick.
Right? That's what we do, right?
Which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things in their vessels.
Right? So this is a description on how pissed off, right? This is a pissed off prophecy, right? Like, let's go ahead. Go, keep going.
Salakia. Which say, stand by thyself, come not near me, for I am holier than thou. There are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all day.
Yeah, get to the point. I'll get to the point.
And behind it says behind the wood I would. Those eat the swine flesh behind wood I will consume.
66 and 70.
We already trying to tell you that. It's like that's the wrong verse, right?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, said the Lord.
Right? Saith the Lord. Those eating swine flesh and abominations shall be consumed. Right? Don't blame me. Thus saith the Lord. I'm just a messenger. A tall dark one. Right? Give me like you got in front of you. Right? So we got to switch it up. Right? We got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, and we got to start knowing how to correct each other, how to treat each other, and how to love each other, right? So here's the thing. Everybody want to be on their own program, but that's not how it works. The best and most functional machines all work on one accord, right? So if you don't have to worry about somebody else's individual thing and you're all on one accord, guess what? When I go to your house, I ain't got to worry about, oh, it might be pork in this, right? When I go to this brother's house, I ain't got to worry about, is he going to be looking at my wife lustfully, right? When we're on one accord, like that's the ultimate peace, man. That's the ultimate peace, right? Us right here, right now, they don't see nothing like this, right? The time that our people get to see stuff like this was in the 70s, in the 80s, where the white man wasn't allowing it and trying to kill you. He's still not allowing it now. He's just being sneaky and mischievous and cunning behind it, right?
That's right. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 1. Bring it out. Let brotherly love continue.
So like,
Give me that one more time.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 1.
bring it up.
Let brotherly love continue.
That's right. So all this fighting that we doing, right? All these nonsense arguments, right? All this envying that we're doing with each other, right? And thinking about it, we envy each other and both of us got nothing, right? We got to stop that and we got to let brotherly love continue, because it's not an absurd thing. We just haven't seen it in a long time, right? So when I go to Mexico, I want to be able to see my Issacharite brothers and they recognize me as a brother, right? We try to get back on that level.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 1. Bring it up. Let brotherly love continue.
And when we let that continue, you'll see a switch, right? When you're walking down the street, when you're in your communities, right? None of this frowning up at each other. I hate walking by a black, Hispanic, and Native American and they don't look me in my eye and say hello. They just look down, keep walking, right? Because we don't want to be bothered with each other. But if it's a white man right there, if it's a Jewish man right there walking by you, you breaking your damn neck to look him in the eye or say something, right? But you think I'm gonna rob you, and he been robbing your butts for 500 years, right? He didn't rob you for your land, right? Your heritage, right? He done took what's profitable to us and became top of the damn world.
That's right. Hey, bring that out.
But you want to walk with your head down past me, right? So we got to switch that up, all right? And now we're going to talk about what's love, right? Because you think love is, I gave my boy $5 to get that stress bag. That's terrible. That ain't even love in the world.
Put my seeds in that bag.
I got these seeds for you, bro, all right?
Grow your own stress.
Hey.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 2. Bring it out. By this, we know that we love the children of God.
Right? By this we know we love the children of God, right? So this is the most important part of understanding what love is.
When we love God and keep his commandments.
That's right.
When we love God and keep his commandments. Shalom, sis. Kazak, this sister right here in the Ford want to fly it. Right? Bring that out again,
By this, we know that we love the children of God. When we love God and keep his commandments.
We love God when we keep his commandments. You don't love God because you wake up in the morning and you say, thank you, Lord Jesus, for giving me another birthday. Right? That's not love. Love is when you keep his commandments, right?
That's right. For this is the love of God.
Right? So now, let's get rid of all of the confusion. You still confused on what love is? Right? What it say?
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
That we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous, right? You got that for me now? We're going to go over some commandments that's not grievous, right? It's going to be way less grievous than living in this damn world, right? Because the laws in this world is grievous, right? You got to have 5,000 just to fight it, right? So we're going to go over a couple of the commandments, right? And then, right? The law is not grievous. God's commandments is not grievous, right? This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 from the top.
Bring it up.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto all congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, ye shall be holy, right? Ye shall be holy. Speak to Israel and tell them ye shall be holy. Quadash in the Hebrew, separate, right? This is God telling you you're going to be separate, right? For I am the Lord your God, I am holy. I am the Lord your God, possessive, your God, right? He's also Quadash, separate, right? Verse 3, ye shall fear every man. That brother's Bible marked up, boy, like a subway in Harlem. Right? Go ahead. Right? So let's do some of the things that are not grievous, right? The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 11. Bring it out. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. Oh, that was tough. No, it's not. Right? Read it again. Verse 11. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. Ye shall not steal, right? Deal falsely or lie to one another. These are one of the commandments that God said is not grievous, right? You know why it shouldn't be hard? Because it's your brother, it's your sister, right? Why would you want to steal from them? Why would you want to lie to them, right? Why would you want to deal falsely with them, put some stumbling block in front of them, and then have something happen?
Bring that out.
Right? That's why. What's up, sis? Just men lie? Would you say men and women lie to each other? Let's get Deuteronomy 28:68. All right, we gonna let the big homie do
Oh. It's my mark.
I need you to just ask that question one more time, please.
Why is it that men always lie to women? Like holding the phone, you got all kinds of stuff, face filing, but yet still I want to be committed.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay. We get that verse again, and
gonna tell you why. Because contrary to popular belief, women can't take the truth. It's you just can't take the truth. Now I'm gonna tell you why I say that, right? We teach the Bible. Do you believe in the Bible? Okay. We're the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Do you believe that you're the Israelite that the Bible speaks of? Okay, but can everybody be a child of God? What was that? See, no, don't worry. I'm showing you something. I'm showing you why you can't take the truth.
I can't take the truth.
See, because everybody can't be a child of God. Even if somebody chose to, they couldn't be it.
Bring that out.
That's right.
See how that works?
No, I don't.
See, okay. Well, let me show you why women can't take the truth. I'm gonna show you. I am answering it. I'm telling you why a man has a code on his phone. Because women can't take the truth. And guess what? Women try to manipulate men for their benefit. Right? Is that true or not? That's not true. See, now you're just lying to me. See how that is? I want the truth, but you... So women don't manipulate men? Thank you. See? You believe in the truth, don't you? You know? No. I'm talking about women. You generalize the men. I'm generalizing women. You know what I'm saying? We talking about numbers here. Numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
But the majority of people who cheat, sir,
Yes, ma'am.
are men. That is the statistic.
Okay, guess what? I'm gonna show you why they cheat. It's because women won't allow men to have as many women as they're supposed to. Watch this. Now I'm gonna show you. Your emotions are gonna trump this Bible. Okay, let's go. Let me get that. Oh, I'm gonna show you. Let me get that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 11.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
We should not steal, neither deal falsely, right? Now, the fact that you made it about men, that's fine. We can talk about the men, right? Men are going to deal falsely with women. Why? Because women just can't handle it. I'm trying to show you. Because of what you were taught, you believe that a man should only have one woman, right? Let's look at the numbers. Women initiate 80% of the divorces, right? Part 2, there's more women on the earth than men, right? So how do you account for the woman that isn't allowed to have a man because every man is taken? Okay, but you have to though. You have to be able to do that for me. Because there's black men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat.
Bring it out, huh?
know that.
Men are honest. Period.
Men are honest.
Point blank, and that's it.
Men are honest.
No, they're not.
Okay, are women honest?
That's why more men cheat.
Are women honest? More men don't cheat.
Yes, they do. It's the
Are you saying women don't cheat?
No, I said more men.
More men, right? Okay. Oh, guess what? Guess what? We're not more men. All right. But watch. I'm gonna just have a little fun with you right quick, right? When it comes to men cheating, it's because first and foremost, our mothers didn't teach us better.
Okay.
Our fathers didn't teach us better. Because guess what? Majority of their houses are ran by women.
That's right.
So who do we blame on that, right?
Uh-oh. Because men go out there and have sex with women.
Listen, guess what? But if you would have taught him that once he laid down with that woman, that's his forever. If you would have taught him that, he wouldn't be able to do that with 13 different women.
That's right.
You understand? So whatever woman I lay with, she's mine forever. I'll die for her and I'll kill for her.
Teacher, huh?
You understand? But guess what? Our mother didn't teach us that. Our grandmother didn't teach us that. The church didn't teach us that because they taught us monogamy. That's a westernized ideology. That's not an Israelite ideology. That's not your heritage. That's not even an Eastern ideology. We all come from the East. So now we're in America talking about men cheating. Men don't cheat. We're played because you all have played us into believing that we can only have one woman. That's what society has done. Oh, multiple. Look at David. Solomon has 700 women plus 700 wives. Huh? See, guess what? Let me show you something. Let me get Isaiah 4 and 1. Salakia, Isaiah 4:1. Let me get that. Quick with the sword. Double-edged sword. Hold on, he got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 1.
What's your name, sister?
My name's
Yolanda.
Men can have several women.
Yolanda.
So women should have several men.
See, but now watch this. Now watch this. Don't get out of yet, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna show you this. If a woman, I'm gonna deal with your logic, right? If a man has multiple women, right? I need you to be honest because you say you like the truth. If a man has multiple women, who's the daddy? No. Who's the daddy? How would she know? How do the women know if the man is the one that's sleeping with them? How do they know who the daddy is? No. You're playing games now. See, Dr. Kevin told me about this. You understand? Now watch this, Yolanda. I love you. I'm playing with you though, but I need you to keep it a buck with me. I need you to keep it 144,000 with me.
That's right.
If a man has 5 women and they all get pregnant, who's the baby daddy? The man. If a woman has 5 men and she gets pregnant, who's the baby daddy?
You are not.
Wake her up. Wake her up.
See, that's why, let me get that, the author of confusion. Somebody get me the author of confusion. Listen, but you're trying to fight it. I'm talking about the truth, girl. Watch. Let me get that. Let me get Isaiah.
You got that one? Yeah.
Hold on, he gonna pull this right quick, hold up.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion.
God is not the author of confusion. If a man has 5 women, he fathered all of those children. If a woman has 5 men, there was no birth, you couldn't tell who the baby was, who the baby came from. That's confusion. You gotta keep it simple. Give me 1 second, sis. Go ahead, say what you gotta say, Guess what? Over a woman that is taken. If I look at, thank you. So when Christ came, he made it a little harder. He said, Yolanda, you got a man? You ain't got no man? Now watch this. I can look at Yolanda with desire because that's not against the law. Because a man deals with the physical. I don't know your brain yet. I know how you look. And if you're a beautiful woman to me, I can approach you on that level, right? So, but guess what? When it comes to, so when it talks about, when Christ said, if a man lusts over a woman, he's talking about a woman that's taken. Because lust only means desire. There's nothing wrong with desiring. You can lust after this Happy Meal. You know what I'm saying? You can lust after this Happy Meal. You know what I'm saying? And I got women. All right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 10. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Watch this.
And in that day,
Is Isaiah a prophet? Yolanda, you gotta stay with me here. Is Isaiah a prophet? Thank you. Here we go.
the book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day,
meaning a day that is to come,
7 women shall take hold of 1 man.
7 women shall take hold of 1 man. This is a prophecy. Go ahead. That doesn't matter. It hasn't happened yet. That's the point. That's like saying when it talks about Christ killing your enemies, that's the Old Testament. So what if it's the Old Testament? It hasn't happened yet. It's a prophecy. It needs to happen. It has to. It's going to happen. No, that's not how that works, though. Even Christ likened the kingdom unto 10 virgins. Of course not.
Not 5 women.
No, hold on now. Look at that. Hey, see, that's what I'm saying. We all about the truth here. And you're running from the truth. If I give you a prophecy about you going into slavery on ships, it didn't matter if it was in Deuteronomy. You went in slavery in 1492, 1619, thousands of years later. Nobody sat there and said, nah, that's the Old Testament, so it don't matter. No, it meant keep your hip in order Because this is what's going to happen to you.
It's history. You should know about it, but that doesn't mean you live and say I'm gonna have 7 wives.
Hold on. Did you go? Did our people go into slavery?
Yeah, but they
Hold on, Yolanda.
They ain't going on boats right now.
You're already here.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that was written thousands of years ago. For you to go into slavery, 1619, 1492. Thank you. Now let's read about this. Let's read some more about these 7 women, 7 beautiful black brown princesses. You understand? With the yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man,
And I'm gonna show you why it says that. Keep reading.
saying, we will eat our own bread.
Guess what? She gonna buy her own food. She gonna make her own food.
That's right.
He ain't gotta get no food. He ain't gotta take it to no McDonald's. Go ahead.
And wear our own apparel.
She gonna get her own clothes. He ain't gotta take it to Saks. He ain't gotta take it to Nordstrom Rack. Neiman's. You know what I'm saying?
A man should provide for his wife.
Love. Hey, listen. Guess what? She's a runner. She's a track star. Don't go nowhere, girl. All right, man. We here. All right, good. Because every time I say something, you got to rebuttal that don't got nothing to do with it.
No, yes, it
We gonna show you. All right. Listen. No. There's nothing that says he has to pay for anything that she's dealing with. I'm gonna show you something. Let me get Deuteronomy 17. I'm gonna show you. When it talks about a man having to pay for this, that, and the other, that's a slave woman, right? Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Wake her up.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. It's the Bible. Read.
Continue in Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1.
Bring it out.
We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name.
She just want to be called Miss Bazaak. She just want to be called, Miss Apayat. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
She want to be called by a brother's name.
Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
To take away our reproach. Meaning what? This isn't in the kingdom. You want your wickedness to be taken away from you because you grabbed hold of a righteous man. Read.
Verse 2. Verse 2. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be
All right, that's good. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17 from the top.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not sacrifice unto the Lord thy any bullock or sheep.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21. Chapter 21, verse 15.
Bring it out.
If a man have 2 wives,
It's the law. The first 5 books are the laws. Meaning what? This is what you live by for the rest of your life.
That's right.
It's not for a time. It's not till you get into America and they tell you can be gay now. That's not how the law works. You're given a law. The Asians were given, the Chinese got a law, right? And in their house, they got Buddha. In their restaurant, they got Buddha. That's their thing. You have this. This belongs to you, not anybody else. But guess what? We've given it to everybody. Now everybody got it and they think it belongs to them. So you can't take hold of it because you're learning from them. The black preacher got it from the seminary school, from the white ruler.
Teacher
You
up.
understand? We're here to tell you we were lied to. Hoodwinked and bamboozled. Plymouth Rock, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. And say we love the people, so we gonna die for the people. Hey, we gonna die for the people. And guess what? It'll still be our people that kill us. So there's no mock here. And that was Fred Hampton that said, I'm gonna die for the people. No worries. Yeah, I ain't mocking. That was real stuff. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Go ahead.
Farrakhan too, yeah. Even he took that. Go ahead.
it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 15.
Bring it out.
If a man have 2 wives,
2 women. If he got 2 women, you told me I can only have 1. But God said if a man got 2 women, what?
one beloved,
One be loved,
and another hated,
and I don't like the other one as much.
and they have borne him children.
You know women give a brother a headache. Come
Come on now. Y'all mad at us for sleeping around. Let me tell you something. You know why we sleep around? Because we only got to deal with that woman for about 5 minutes. You understand? You know? If she lucky, 6. You understand? But we ain't got to deal with all the headache. Right? Why? Because once again, if we knew that sex was the bringing of 2 people together, we would have treated it more special.
Bring it up.
And we wouldn't be dealing with everybody, because dealing with everybody, you got to deal with everybody for the rest of your life. Everything. So guess what? Just like I used to always say, like back in high school, you might have dealt with a chick, now you lay with her, she was supposed to be yours forever. But guess what? That man and that woman, they broke up. Now that woman she thought she had love. She thought she felt love. Now she want to find another man that gives her that love. That man played her. Now she got to find another man. That man played her. That's 3 men under her belt already. Of course. They're wrong. The men were wrong, right? But guess what? Now that woman is becoming something that she wasn't intending to be. So we men got to step up. But guess what? It takes our elders to teach us this. You got brothers out here 20 years old teaching people how they supposed to be. Our elders were supposed to do that for us. You understand? But they dropped the ball because they learned it from religion. You understand? Finish it.
Finishing up Isaiah, Deuteronomy chapter 21 verse 15. If a man have 2 wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children.
See, because this isn't even about having wives. This is about what you leave to the children. Watch.
Both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated.
Now watch. Remember, Jacob and Esau, right? Brothers. The first one came out, God hates Esau, right? But guess what? He still got to have a blessing. He still got to have something, and guess what? He's ruling now. That's his blessing. To rule by the sword, right? And the dew of the earth, right? He's everywhere. Read.
Both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated.
See, but you're not supposed to treat the firstborn, you're not supposed to treat the secondborn, the one that you love, and give him what the firstborn was supposed to have, right? Go ahead.
Continuing on. That he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn.
But he's got to acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn. Let me get that. The first came out. Let me get that. No. Second issue. 6. Go ahead, read that for him. Hold on. Read that real quick. Read that. Oh, you got it? Okay, got it. This is why women can't have multiple husbands. Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 23, verse 23.
Bring it out.
For first, she hath disobeyed the law of the Most High.
Remember, it was the woman that broke the law first. All right?
But that doesn't mean it's okay for y'all to have.
Yeah, right. Go ahead. Yeah, right.
Benefiting the males.
Listen. You do know that having multiple women benefits the nation. That's right. Every woman is accounted for. Our children are raised in a house where multiple women love them children. You understand? If you're too tired to cook, guess what? I got another one to cook for me. You understand? The kids got to eat. I got to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the Lord's work. You understand? When I come home, I need that stuff. I need you to be that one that gives it to me. Come on, Yolanda. Hey, listen. She won't be in the same house though, so that, you know, somebody's gonna give it up, all right? Go ahead, no worries. No, why? It didn't bring diseases before. Yeah, but I'm dealing with these women, and they're dealing with me. We have us. She's not dealing with the next man. The next one's not dealing with it. See, you would have diseases if you were able to have those 5 husbands.
Hey, bring
And those 5 husbands have 5 women. Those will bring diseases. But guess what? If I have my 3 women, guess what? They're only dealing with me. If I ain't have nothing before I met them, and they ain't have nothing before they met me, we're gonna be straight. Disease don't come out of nowhere. Someone gotta catch something from somebody that got it. So if they ain't got it, we ain't getting it.
Bring that again, huh?
Because if we ain't got it, we ain't getting it.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm still alive, clean. That's what I'm saying. But see, guess what? But guess what? That's your westernized understanding of things. That's your westernized understanding of things. Because guess what? You didn't have no choice back then. You didn't have no choice when Christ was around. Now you're telling me that whatever God put in place doesn't really matter to you.
But no, it says in Corinthians, you need to read Corinthians because it's not there.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Paul don't got the answers.
But you ain't trying to listen to Paul.
What you mean? Let's go to Paul. We're gonna go to Paul.
Deal with what you gonna
Go
deal with.
wherever you want to go. Let's go to Paul. We're gonna go to Paul. Huh? Where's our women at? We on the battlefield. We on the battlefield. Listen, young lady. We are on the battlefield. You understand? We had a brother that was shot at 2 weeks ago. All right. Let me see something. You think y'all want to be running from your post? This isn't for you. We at war, right? But our war is not a carnal war. But guess what? You're gonna run across people that want to get carnal, and guess what? We get carnal too. This ain't Christianity. This is our lives. Read. It's the book of Romans, and I'll be damned if somebody gonna step on our toes out here. Read.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 6.
Read it out.
Not that as though the word of God had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel.
Let me hear. Are you good? No, we're dealing with the fact that Paul kept the law. Do that for me, the water. Y'all lacking, bro. That room is complete.
No, Acts. Is it 13?
Did Paul keep the law? At first, he was though. He was. And then he started following Christ, which means what? He had to actually be a man about peace, mercy, you know what I'm saying? Preaching the gospel. Go ahead. You got it?
This is the book of Acts, chapter 24 and verse 14. But this I confess unto thee, that after the way which they call heresy, so worship I the God of my fathers, believing all things which are written in the law and in the prophets.
Paul believed everything written in the law and of the prophets. That's why Paul circumcised Timothy. But guess what? When people are reading this, they think you don't have to be circumcised. They think Paul didn't keep the law. They think Paul ate shrimp, crab, and lobster, and pork. Guess what? He didn't do those things. Why? Because he kept the law. The Most High is not dealing with some wicked dude. And if you were wicked, he corrected you just like he did everybody here. We used to be wicked, and he corrected us. You understand? We used to terrorize these streets, and the Most High brought us out of darkness into his marvelous light.
That's right.
Go ahead. That's it on that, right? Huh? You go. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7 from the top.
Bring it out.
Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me.
Now watch this. Remember, Paul kept the law, right? Paul believed in the law, right? Go ahead.
It is good for a man not to touch a woman.
See, but guess what?
They touching them every day.
Listen, Paul became a eunuch, right? Paul became a eunuch. There's 3 ways you can become a eunuch. Somebody can make you a eunuch. You can be made a eunuch, or you can be born a eunuch, right? Go ahead.
Verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication.
To avoid fornication, what should that man do? let every man have his own wife. Meaning what? I shouldn't want this brother's woman. It don't mean I can't have the both of you.
Hey, yo.
Listen, nothing I've said is contrary. Everything I read flows. It's like a beautiful day at the beach. It's just smooth, it's just, ain't no big ruffles. I can't have this man's woman. I shouldn't want her. That's what Paul's saying. Same thing Christ said. Same thing the law said, right? Go ahead.
And let every woman have her own husband.
Guess what? If you got a husband, you shouldn't be looking for the second husband.
Hey, that's right.
You ain't see that nowhere.
That's folly.
You're injecting that. You're inserting that.
Nah.
Why do you? Okay, let's say there's 7 women and 4 men. So 7 women to 4 men. That's the numbers. It's 7 to 3, I believe. 7 women to every 3 men. What do you do about those other women that you say that you love? What do you do about your sisters?
They need husband.
Huh? See, listen. Okay, so Christ said, what did Christ say about divorce?
Well, he didn't want it, but
Oh, no. What did Christ say about divorce? You don't know verbatim? We're going to get it verbatim. Because last time I checked, divorce was against the law. Unless it was fornication. Adultery, right? Go ahead, get adultery. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 14.
Bring it out.
Spicy out here, boy.
That's how they get, brother. That's how they get.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 20. File my notes. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife.
That's adultery. A man that sleeps with another man's wife. That's the law. So when Christ spoke, he didn't do anything other than make it a little deeper. Meaning what? Now, if I look at that man's woman, that's adultery. Just like he said about hatred. If you hate your brother, it was nothing about hating your brother. But now if you hate your brother, you've committed murder. Because hating, murder was a physical thing. But Christ made it a mental thing. Now if you even think about hating, if I hate you, Yolanda, I've murdered you. That's against the law. I ain't even got to touch you. That's how we dealing with as brothers now. I can't even have an ill thought about you, right? And just like with adultery, I can't think about this man's woman because that's adultery. Go ahead.
Read it again. Come on.
Come on, man. The law.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
So guess what? That man slept with that next man's wife. They both should be put to death. Right? Now let's get Christ. Go ahead.
But I say unto you, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 32.
Bring it out.
But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication.
So if I put you away and it wasn't because you slept with an animal, slept with another man, you understand? Slept with another woman, you understand? Because that's abominable too, right? If it wasn't for those things, what?
Causeth her to commit adultery.
If I just divorce you for any reason other than those things, I've committed adultery. Because guess what? I've caused you to commit adultery. You understand? Go ahead.
And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery.
And that man that decides to be, and that's not what I want. And that man that decided to be with you is the one that committed adultery too. You understand? Go ahead. Is there more? Then that wasn't it. Yeah. I'm asking you for something. The water. You got something for me?
Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy,
Because-
chapter 22, verse 22.
Bring it out.
Christ was quoting the law. Paul was dealing with the law. Let's see what the law says.
And it reads, if a man be...
Because guess what? There was no other book but the law. There was only the Tanakh, right? Which is the law and the prophets before Christ came around. And when Christ came around, that's what he was reading. That was it. Read.
If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband.
If a man, what? Read it again.
If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband.
If a man be found lying with a woman that's married, go ahead.
Then they shall both of them die.
And then they shall both die. Guess what, man? I sleep with nigga woman.
And that's right.
I don't want nobody else's woman. I want all the women that I'm supposed to have, because that's what the Most High want to give me. Yeah, man, I can deal with two if that's what he wanted. Listen, you gotta remember, it's not easy to deal with y'all. So why is it that you think? Listen, yes it is. Listen, you're wilding, girl. And you know what a man wants? You know what a man wants? You know what the three things a man wants? Sex, silence, and a sandwich. How is that difficult? What does a woman want? I need that new Bendy bag. I need to get extension put in. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get more hair on my nails done. All right then. No man, I want. Hey, listen.
Flat and open.
No.
Friendly,
Listen,
feminine.
Yolanda. Yeah, hey, fit, feminine, and friendly. All right, the three F's. Yeah, and the three S's. No. She you know, I don't care about your career.
Right.
You understand? I don't care about, the money you make. I don't care about your degrees. I hope you can stimulate my mind. But guess what? If you can't do that, stay quiet. It's all good. Oh, she could be on all fours. You know what I'm saying? The back, hey, listen. She's gonna be where she needs to be. That's all that really matters. You know what I'm saying? You know about the women that open her quiver to every arrow?
Uh-oh.
See, do you know what a quiver is? It's okay. I'm gonna tell you what it is. What else? Hold on. What? Eunuch. A eunuch is someone that does not have children. Usually they either had their private part cut off, or they choose to not have a. Yeah. So Paul decided to not deal with women ever again. He didn't cut himself off, but he just said he wasn't gonna deal with them anymore. Yeah. Because he was saying like you don't get to really put in the work that you need to do when you're dealing with a woman. Because when you deal with a woman, it's all about how she feels. That's what he's saying. That's what he was saying. Because he's got to focus on you. Now you have a child. Now he got to focus on you and the child. Yes. Of course. Yo, where we at? You good? Don't be good. We talking about the truth. We talking about truth. You understand? We listen, man. I don't want 7 women. You understand? I want whatever the Most High is going to give to me. That's what I want. Whether it's 1 woman, 2 women, 12 women, no woman, it doesn't matter to me. You understand? But guess what? I have needs, and she needs to be the one to give me what I need. Thank you. So, with that being said, repeat that. Hey, guess what? If I had 7 women, she'd help me pay your rent. If I had another woman, she'd help me pay your rent, and you love her still. You love her for that. You'd be like, hey, we just one big happy family, just helping each other out. Come on, why not? Ooh, you know the words, you know the terminology, you know this truth. You better come home, girl.
Stop playing.
Yeah, stop playing.
Stop playing.
You know what I'm saying? You over here sparkling, looking good and stuff.
Stop playing.
You stay up, Yolanda. You have a blessed day, sis. Yeah. Oh, he left?
He gone.
Oh, he left? Oh, smart move. That one over there, that was a demon over there. Not you, Yolanda. I love you. But that nigga that was sitting over there, that was a demon. Nah, that was a short Hispanic brother. Yeah, that was gonna be a good thing.
He left?
Yeah, he left. Shalom, okay? Yeah, and with that I yield.
Maybe he just went back.